Hi all of you. So I am Amit Singh. I am Center Director of MBA Easy. We are a CAT training institute based in Patna. I've just given my CAT exam. My slot was the first slot, 8:30 to 10:30, and we will. No, I'll share my experience with all of you. How was the set? How was the question type, pattern? Was it different from the previous years? So all those things we'll discuss in this short video. Okay, we'll give a detailed analysis later on also. So this is just the first experience, first cut experience of the first slot of CAT 2022. So there was no technical glitch. First of all, the exam went very smoothly. There was no problem as such. Regarding the tech front, everything was okay, perfectly all right. As it has, you would have given mocks also. It was similar to what similar to your mock experience. Now, as far as the first section VARC, the number of questions were also same: 24 questions in VA, 20 questions in DILR, and 22 questions in QA. So the number of questions per section was also same, 40-minute per section. So it was same as it has been for last 2 years. All right. Now coming to VARC, the first section, one deviation was that there was no odd one out question. So this is slightly different. It came as a surprise, but CAT is known for throwing surprises. So ideally you shouldn't be surprised that it was not same as it was last year, because there will be some changes here or there in CAT in every year. That's the trend. That's the trend. Okay. Now coming to VARC again, 4 sets were 4 RC passages were there, consisting of 4 questions each. So you had 16 questions of RC, and then 8 questions consisting of, as far as I can remember, it was 3 questions from Parajumble, 3 questions from Parasummary, and remaining 2 questions were not from odd one out, but it was actually a sort of para completion, where you had to figure out what would be the last sentence, something related to para completion, which was not asked for last 3-4 years. So that's the departure. But as far as RC is concerned, 2 passages were very readable and doable also. The questions were more related to critical reasoning and related to inference based question. So there was one passage on Stoicism and Buddhism related. There was one passage on how Chinese copy things. There was one passage on, as far as I can remember, let me see if I can remember, if I can recollect that or not. So I think I'm not able to recall that right now, but there were 4 passages, and then so I would say that if you are attempting, let's say, 14 to 15 questions with all correct, you are going to get a very good score. I mean 99.5 plus for sure. I mean that's my first experience, first guesstimate rather. So that's about VARC. Coming to DILR, you had again a slight deviation from previous year. Instead of 6 question set and 4 question set, you had all the 4 sets of 5 questions each, which was a good thing, because if you have 5 questions in every set, then you don't have you don't have to bother about question selection or set selection based on the number of question. You can select any question which you feel you are comfortable doing it. So which was a good thing. I mean, personally, I like this idea of having 5 questions per set. Now, there was one question on Venn diagram. There was one set on I think games and tournament, which was on the easier side. There was one grid-based puzzle where you had to put some numbers, basically. And then there was one on roots and networks, where it was basically related to time, speed, distance. So 4 sets were there. Time, speed, distance was time consuming slightly, maybe, and each question had to be tackled individually, because the questions were different. So you could have taken some time to solve this set. But every question was independent of the other. I mean, for every question you had to start afresh. So in that sense, it was time consuming. When the Venn diagram question was found to be on the difficult side, the remaining 2 sets, the games and tournament set and one of grid puzzle, where you have to fill in some numbers in the grid, was I would say moderate level, which you could have done. So I would say roughly about, let's say, 10 questions, if you have attempted and that took correctly, would give you a very good excellent score. I would say more than 99.3, 99.4 plus kind of. So that is my guesstimate. It's not an estimate. There's no statistical analysis that I'm doing here. It's based on my personal experience. That's it. So don't take it at face value. As far as quants is concerned, there was no log first of all. So this is again a big departure. There was no log wasn't asked in the first slot. Then as far as arithmetic is concerned, I think it was 9 to 10 questions of arithmetic, out of which 2 to 3 questions were slightly on the lengthier side. It was taking time to solve those 2-3 questions. The questions were lengthy, but remaining questions were very, very doable. Algebra, I would say, again, I think 7 to 8 questions, where 2 questions were from quadratic equation, 2 from inequality and modulus, and then you had functions question also, and then some question based on algebraic formulae relation, etc. I would say that and one question was from PNC, one from coordinate geometry also, which was very, very doable. So I would say in quants, if you are attempting, let's say 11 question, 12 question correctly, 36 marks will definitely give you a 99 plus percentile. That's my opinion. That's my guesstimate. So that is what it is. So for the slot 2 and slot 3 aspirants, just get relaxed. No need to panic. There is no big departure. In fact, some of the changes have been on the good side rather. 5 question per set in DILR is a wonderful thing to happen. Then only thing is that there was no odd one out question, which was again a departure. So you will have to make some adjustment, see whether you can do para summary questions or not, para completion questions or not. Based on my discussion with some of my students, they have found these new types of questions on the easier side. So remember, just because a new type of question has arrived does not mean that they are difficult. So do look into those questions also. You may be able to solve some of those. So we'll have a detailed analysis later on. Thank you guys. Thank you all of you. We'll see you later and we will come up with detailed analysis and also what it suggests for CAT 23 aspirant. I mean, how should CAT 23 aspirant look into this CAT and take some valuable lessons from it. So we'll discuss all of that in the upcoming video. Thank you.